Welcome to Business Connection. We're on location today. We're at Heritage Harbor to learn about waterfront living in Ottawa, Illinois. So Tammy, thanks for inviting us down.
Yeah, thanks for coming down.
Tell me a little bit about Heritage Harbor. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, you picked a perfect day to come down. I mean, there's a lot to love about Heritage Harbor. I think you guys made it here in an hour, which is great. So we're about an hour southwest of Naperville, and we're a 152-acre resort that offers a marina and restaurant and housing opportunities, and we're annexed into the great city of Ottawa for dining and shopping. So we built a resort community for those that are living in the burbs and in the city that are looking for that escape from every day, but don't want to travel far or don't want the large expense of owning a waterfront home. So we're able to bring a flavor of traveling far to Illinois. So that's what Heritage Harbor is all about.
That's wonderful. It sounds awesome. Just sitting here, I feel like I'm away from it.
Yeah.
But yet there's so much to do. Tell me what makes the resort unique.
What makes us unique is there's nothing quite like us in Illinois, right? We're all conditioned to want to pack our cars up and go north to Wisconsin or go to Lake Michigan and sit in traffic. So what makes Heritage Harbor the first and unique is we're the first of our kind in Illinois. But people often say, well, why Ottawa? And I always say, why not Ottawa? You know, we have the beautiful river that runs on one side of our resort, and then on the other side of our resort is the 63-mile biking, hiking, snowmobiling trail of the I&M Canal. And then we have 4 state parks within 15 minutes. So that's when I answer to people, why not Ottawa? It seemed like the perfect destination for those seeking outdoors and enjoying like the natural beauty that Illinois has to offer.
Right, Illinois has a lot more to offer than people know about.
Yeah, a lot more water. We were talking about that. Like they don't realize, like when they see this large body of water behind me, though our marina was man-made, it feeds out to the Illinois River that takes people from Chicago to St. Louis.
How do you complement the Starved Rock experience that you can have when you're in Ottawa?
You know, I like to use the word authenticity. I think, you know, when you're in touch with nature, when you're out hiking in Starved Rock or Matheson and you're enjoying the beauty of the outdoors, you're at a different sense of place with yourself, and I always call it an authentic place, right? So what we wanted to do is give people the luxury of owning a second home, but in a very unpretentious setting like Starved Rock, where you can do everything from skydive to zip line to ADV to go wakeboarding to that. But if you just wanted to sit on your porch or go for a hike by yourself, that you're still content there. And then after a busy day of being outdoors, where's the area that offers you a great place to dine with your friends or taste great craft beer or drink wine or, you know, enjoy a festival. And Starved Rock Country offers all of that within a 20-mile radius. And it's not just Ottawa, it's all of Starved Rock Country, like the downtown small towns of LaSalle and Peru and Utica. You get different experiences as you visit each of those towns within Starved Rock Country. So we were a perfect fit. I always say 2 million people a year go to Starved Rock, but nobody invited them to live here until we said, come on down and live here. So we hope that those 2 million people recognize us and recognize, you know, you don't have to go far to get a piece of this kind of lifestyle.
That's wonderful. Now you mentioned renting and owning. Yeah. So you have homes here that I can buy and come every weekend, or I can start my experience by renting. Yeah, so tell me about the different types of homes.
We'll ultimately have about 550 homes, and you can hear the construction in the background because we're building more homes. But we have about 102 homes right now, and we offer a variety. So we have some people that have chosen to live full time here. We have people that strictly use it for vacation. We have people that are saying, what's my next step when I retire? So they'll buy a home now and they'll use it as a vacation home, but then this soon will become their Midwest base camp, and then they'll travel to see their children wherever they land from here. But then once you buy a home here, you have the opportunity, if you'd like, to put it into an on-site rental management company. So if you wanted to come down and experience Ottawa before you decided to buy, or you just wanted to experience Starved Rock Country, we have homes, or we call call them cottage rentals. So you can rent a cottage for a weekend. And when you rent the cottage, we also rent jet skis and kayaks and paddle boards and pontoon boats and electric boats. So you can get the whole water experience here, even if you don't own. We call it live like a homeowner for a day, you know, because you can do all of that.
Well, and I think that's a wonderful way to explore it and think about owning it by first experiencing it without the ownership commitment, and then fall in love. Right. And then next thing you know, you're living in Ottawa.
Yep, exactly. I think, you know, I always say it's much easier to sell somebody a piece of real estate if they're experienced it, right? If they experience the beauty, the tranquility, an event, the Red Dog Grill for lunch, or they get to just meet the neighbors and they find that it's just this great place to live.
So Tammy, tell me a little bit about the style of homes that you have here.
Well, as you're driving through the community, you're going to find we have a very East Coast design, right? It's the cute little cottages with pops of Joanna Gaines, you know, popping out. It's all oversized white trim, front porches, back decks. So we offer a variety of homes in that style. We have single family cottages, we have small vacation cottages, we have townhomes, we have condos. And if you don't like any of those that we have to offer, you can buy just a lot and either use our Heritage Harbor Homes building company, or you can bring in your own builder and architect and design your own. So we have a little bit for everybody. Our homes range as small as 450s on our smallest, so you know where we got that idea, the tiny house movement, and then they go on up. We're getting ready to launch Pinnacle Point, which is all the trucks that you hear in the background, but that's going to be our most premier waterfront site, which are all custom home sites that can accommodate homes from 1,500 up to 5,000 if they want, and they're all on the water and have 9-foot walkout basements. But definitely when people drive through our community, you'll hear references like Seaside or Nantucket, but it's going to take you to more of a cottage, a waterfront community feel than what you might experience in Naperville. So wide variety of type, wide variety of style, and you have the option to always put it in the rental pool so it cash flows as your investment when you're not using it. So we really have something that does truly work for everybody looking for either a full-time house or a second home.
And tell me, and we're all living in a community of kind of some low maintenance where you're handling a lot of that for us?
Yeah, you know, I think when we all think back to our childhood and we would go to a vacation home, you know, either the kitchen sink was broke or you had to pull the weeds in the yard, or it was time for the deck to be painted, right? We all experience that. Here we try to use all low maintenance materials, so we use all Trek decking. We use all LP Smart Side, so the most maintenance it needs is power washing here and there. And then the association maintains a lot of the lawns and takes care of the snow removal. And you've got community trash. So really when you're coming here, we don't talk a lot about the bedroom sizes. We talk about who's visiting and what you're going to be doing when you're here, because you're not going to be working on your house. So,
and isn't that wonderful? Because it is supposed to be a little bit of an escape.
Right. I always say it's the place that you work so hard all week to get to.
Thanks for letting me stop by and telling me all about it.
You're welcome.
I think it's awesome.
I hope you get to walk around and have lunch and get at least a flavor of what we have to offer.
I can't wait to explore it all.
Yeah, thank
you.